The Knicks able to win the opening tip, and we're underway here at Madison Square Garden. Baseline drive. It goes down.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
Jay, I'm going to say that you don't know this, but since 1980, the Hawks have drafted only 4 players to have appeared in the All-Star game. Doc Rivers, Kevin Willis, Al Horford, and Jeff Teague.
Well, how about a guy named Dominique Wilkins? I'm sorry.
Oh, well, interesting that you'd ask. Dominique Wilkins was actually selected by the Utah Jazz. Deep 2 there, won't go. Smith now into the front court. The lead is 2. Shot won't go.
See, when good shooters catch, they just shoot. When bad shooters catch, they become hesitant, reluctant. That's the first sign of a guy that doesn't have confidence.
Trae Young to Allen Crabbe. To Trae Young. Here's a chance from long range. Tough shot. No good for Allen Crabbe. Smith into the front court. Leads a bucket. Curling inside. Smith to the basket, but it stays out. John Collins sends it away. It's Atlanta ball. It's no good. Great defense. Surveys the floor. Probing the defense. Randall to Dennis Smith Jr. They've slowed down the pace. Now 3 on the shot clock. And a putback slam.
There you go, big fella.
The Hawks will use a timeout as they'll talk things over in what's now a 4-point game. New blood coming in for both sides. Trae Young to Kevin Huerter. To Parker. Has a look. Just not going down. The follow won't go either. The follow won't go either. To Payton. Oh, nice find for the basket.
That's lunch pail business right there. Don't worry about the no call. Keep powering through.
To Kevin Huerter. Trying to cash in. Can't connect. To Kevin Knox. Now a steal by Atlanta. Jabari Parker missed his first. That one goes.
Ed, I know I'm not supposed to be biased. I'm not supposed to be rooting for guys, but I'm riding with Jabari. Get your work.
Alfred Payton, defended by Len. Oh, too much contact. Free throws on the way.
Hey, look, sometimes you need to feel out your opponent. Let them know you're there. I'm okay with that early foul.
Misses the first. Missed the second one as well. Trae Young. Free throws coming up.
Trust me, you want to avoid early foul trouble. Take that one as a warning.
Damian Jones at the line. First free throw is good. Can't connect on the second, and he splits the pair. Hayden with the basketball, up by 3. Here comes the screen. Knicks with 4 to shoot. Knocks it down on the step back. That was not easy. .15-footer at the buzzer. Final shot of the period, almost. It would have counted, but no good. Time's run out here in the first quarter. One quarter down. Neither side really distinguished itself. Jay, what stood out?
And when both teams are playing at this level, it just continues to reaffirm that I was excited to watch both of these teams play this entire week. It's been a solid game so far, but this has a chance to be a great one down the stretch.
Jay, it wasn't that long ago. Atlanta won 60 games. Right now, what's the outlook for this franchise?
Well, the general manager, Travis Slank, has done a really good job in trying to build the culture, the right culture for the Atlanta Hawks. And that starts with their head coach in Lloyd Pierce. He got him as an assistant coach with the Philadelphia 76ers, and now he can also steal that tagline for the Hawks. It's time to trust the process all over again, but now in Atlanta, Georgia.
Scores. Strong take.
For a smaller player, you have to be more creative with your imagination when you finish with those shots around the rim. For the audience, that may look difficult, but for the player himself, that's what they practice every single day.
Neely Kina to Dennis Smith Jr. Has a chance. Knocks it down off the step back.
Clearly not afraid of the spotlight here because that was not an easy look.
Now the Hawks coach gonna call a timeout. They'll catch their breath in what's now a 5-point game. Looks like both teams are making substitutions. Trae Young to Allen Crabbe. To Trae Young. Doesn't have the touch. No good. Hayden into the front court. Leads 5. To Gibson. Short jumper won't go down. Trae Young to Allen Crabbe. To Parker. Not that time. Down to Randall. And he's going to the line to shoot.
Great job, Ed, by the shooter to create contact after the jump. That's how you get to the free throw line.
Julius Randle has got 2 shots coming. 71% for his career. Knocks down the first. And fails to hit them both. Hits the first, misses the second. Trae Young to Allen Crabbe. To Kevin Huerter. Fine to shoot. Has a look. Gets a look. Can't hit.
I love when I see a good contest. You're crowding the player's landing space, which naturally makes him worrisome about turning an ankle on that landing.
Dotson against the Ukrainian Len. To Dennis Smith Jr. Dennis Smith Jr. 2-4 now.
Man, he's got the defender out there tap dancing like that on national TV. That's not a good sign.
To Kevin Huerter. Trae Young. Here comes the screen. To Trae Young. Short jumper stays out. Smith with the basketball. His team on top by 8. Right time, right player.
Can't teach height.
Trying to cash in. Not that time. On the follow. Way to stay with it. Long key from 3/4 court. Time expires to end the first half. The Knicks have the lead.
The Knicks entered the locker room at halftime with a significant lead, and they've been showing off some excellent shooting, and it's ultimately points that win games. So if they can keep this up, there's a great chance they can finish with a victory. These are the guys getting buckets for the New York Knicks. The Hawks have yet to appear after one half of basketball. At this point, it's all about pride and mental toughness. A comeback is not impossible, but it's also not likely. These are the guys getting buckets for the Atlanta Hawks.
Game track. Field goals.
The Atlanta Hawks weren't efficient with their shooting, and therefore they weren't effective with their offense. Their field goal percentage is lacking, and it's probably the biggest reason for their first half deficit. The shooting was certainly worse in the opening quarter.
Player of the half.
Julius Randle looked great in the first half. He was constantly fighting for position in the paint and owning the boards.
Who was cold?
Here we go with the top plays from the first half.
Number 2. Number 1.
Fellas, back to you.
First half, very one-sided. What will the second half bring? We'll find out as we're underway. Hawks have it. Trae Young to Kevin Huerter. Hawks coming off a 24-win season, Jay, but not one, not two, but 3 first-round draft picks.
Yeah, they got a big-time shooter in Kevin Huerter from Maryland. They got Omari Spellman, who won a national championship with Villanova, highly utilized in pick and pop. And then they got a very polarizing pick in Trae Young, who set college basketball on fire, one of the most gifted scorers you have in this draft.
Trae Young, down low for Len. Around the perimeter to Allen Crabbe. Trae Young. To Allen Crabbe. Add 2 points to the board.
Oh, he buckled his knees so bad, it didn't matter if he scored or not. That's a win for the internet.
Smith with it up top. It's an 8-point lead. Beyond the arc for 3, and Dennis Smith Jr. has a knack to score from everywhere. Hits the contested 3.
For average shooters, that's not a great shot. But for a great shooter, that's a good look.
To Kevin Huerter. Has a chance. He had all day and all night to knock that one down. Need to hear more chatter on the defensive end.
Ooh, is there a medic in the house? You need to get those ankles retaped ASAP.
Timeout here for the Knicks as their coaching staff wants to talk things over here in this third quarter. We have both squads set to make some moves right now. Smith to Kevin Knox. Has a look. Shot by Smith off the mark. To Carter. And the reward, he's going to the line.
You got to know your personnel. That's not someone you want to send to the line for a free 2.
And he connects on the first free throw. No good on the second. It's a 1-of-2 trip. Hayden with the basketball. He'll run the offense. Hawks have the board. To Trae Young. Screen coming.
Screen coming your way.
To Carter. Fine to shoot for Atlanta. Trying to cash in. You talk about forcing things up. Too much pressure that time. To Ntilikina. Nothing going here on that drive. And he's fouled. Nice move that time, and he's going to the line for 2.
Love the fact that the shooter created contact on the upward motion to shoot the basketball. Big time play.
First one goes down. Goes 2 for 2 at the line. To Parker. For 3. Did enough to bother Jabari Parker. Shot off the mark. Hayden into the front court. The lead stands at 10. To Taj Gibson. To Marcus Morris. Gets it to go. Didn't have many choices there. Lets it fly.
Old school. equals high percentage.
Hawks with the basketball. Trae Young to Parker. Curling inside. Jabari Parker. He has struggled just a little bit. 2 for 5.
Ooh, cool, calm, and collective. The 3 C's. His handles are effortless.
Couple of cracks at the line now.
I don't know about that one, Ed. I always thought your hand was part of the ball.
Elfrid Payton, couple of free throws on the way. He's perfect from the line so far. Off the mark on the first free throw.
Soft and buttery, soft and buttery.
No good. Missed them both. Has a chance. The shot, almost. That ends the third quarter with the Knicks enjoying a sizable lead. The Knicks to inbound here to start the fourth quarter. They have clearly been the better side so far. Jay, that's reflected on the scoreboard.
Well, the cardinal rule in the game of sport is whenever you go into the fourth quarter, it's 0-0. You have to play the game with the scoreboard saying 0-0. And if you can win that game by double digits, then you've done your job in the fourth.
Has a look. Yes, it drops. Little drama on that one.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
Possession lies with New York. Trae Young. No good. Payton with the basketball. Looking to make something happen. Won't go.
And this is where you know you have the offense right where you want them. Every possession, all you see them doing is complaining to the ref, complaining to each other. You're making the game uncomfortable. That's the mark of a good defense.
Payton. From long range. Another chance. Nice touch around the basket with the tip. Whistle stops play. Timeout here for Atlanta as they'll make sure they're all on the same page here in the fourth quarter.
I think everyone in this building knows it's going to come down to the last 2 minutes. This game is going to be won with who decides to really show up on the defensive end of the ball.
Time to adjust. Both coaches making changes on the floor.
Entering the game for the Hawks, number 2, Devin Turner.
The Knicks secured the rebound. Ntilikina with the basketball. His team leads it by 10. Count the bucket for 2.
Ed, sometimes less is more. Keeping it simple is the best way.
Here's Atlanta. Trae Young. Missed it. How'd that not go down? Ntilikina into the front court. Up a dozen. To Kevin Knox. Off the assist.
Attack mode isn't a switch that you can just turn on and off. He needs to do more of that. We need to see him penetrate, get into that lane, and create.
Trae Young. Shot by Turner won't go. To Ntilikina. From the outside, no good.
We call some of these players practice players. You know, the guys that make 5 out of 10 shots in practice, but then all of a sudden they're not gamers because then they're making 1 of 10. That's exactly what you want him to do. You want him to take those kind of shots.
Here comes the screen. Nothing going here on that drive. Doesn't have the touch. No good. Ntilikina with the basketball. His guys leading by 14. Drive on the baseline, but his shot stays out.
And you see so many players quit on a play after they were beat the first time, but not him. He stayed on his hip, he fought back, and he made the player miss the shot. That's great defense.
Trying to cash in, sacrificing everything for the loose ball. Look at the fight for that ball. We'll get a jump. Both teams tweaking their lineups. Here come some changes. It's a victory for the Knicks as they win this one handily. That does it. For my partner, Jay Williams, and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. As we say, so long, everyone.
Here we go with the EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The Knicks
Put on a show in a blowout.
The scoring display they put on is going to be hard to forget. It's hard to imagine anyone doesn't come away impressed with how effectively they score their points. What you see here is how the majority of the points were scored for the New York Knicks. The Hawks really lost big in this matchup, and you can tell it was tough on them.
And it's games like this where veteran players can be so important. They've been through these types of blowouts, and they know what it takes to keep a locker room united.
Check out the leading scores for the Atlanta Hawks.
Game track. Field goals.
The Atlanta Hawks were terrible with their shooting, and I'm pretty sure that's not news to anyone that's out there. What will become news, however, is if their poor shooting starts to create turmoil within the team. They were at their worst in the first 2 quarters.
Player of the game.
When you see these highlights, it's easy to see how this guy earned the award. His impact on the game wasn't lost on anyone.
Who was cold?
What can you say about a guy like this? Except that he fits the title of this segment. He was definitely cold in this game. Here we go with the top plays.
Number 2. Number 1.